Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hanging Out with Howie on Monday nights. Tonight, I have the one and only and partner in crime, Jay Brannan, with me, and my road dog and very good friend, John C. And
Yeah,
he is from Boston, Massachusetts.
what's cooking, Howie?
Guys, hey,
Hey,
I've been seeing a lot of weird things now that wedding season is opening and we're doing a lot of bookings.
Or like UFOs?
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, you never know. But I've been seeing what are called casual weddings. And casual is such a broad term. Like, they said, oh, yeah, it's casual wedding. And I don't know, I always show up with a suit and tie, vest, whatever,
Yeah.
And this particular one was just, oh, okay, just a jacket and open collared shirt. Well, I could always take the tie off, but if I didn't go there with a tie and everybody had a tie on, which has happened, then you're kind of out of place. But
Unless it's your uniform.
Yeah. Well, unless it's a uniform. Now, I saw recently a wedding posted where they said casual, and I saw people with like cut off jeans and shorts, flip flops, t-shirts,
super casual.
And I was like, oh, so I don't know. I'm thinking, does casual mean something different in different parts of the country?
Well, you look at it, there's a famous line of business casual. And it started to become this like jeans Friday, business casual. And business casual worked its way in. When I worked corporate back in the late 90s, early 2000, I wore shirt and tie to work every day. If I had a big meeting with like a big client, because I ran entertainment for a yacht company, on came a jacket or a suit. And I felt it was an obligation I had when I was sitting down talking to somebody spending $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, there was an expectation. And as I moved forward with time, that tech bubble in the late 90s, early 2000, excuse me, I started to see less and less of that and more of the like jeans and t-shirt guys. Real quick, I had a guy that showed up with a wooden briefcase made from like several different types of wood. It had mahogany, it had maple, it had bird's eye maple, stripes. I mean, it was very cool. I made a comment about it like, man, that looks like different guitar pieces. He goes, yeah, I had a luthier make it for him. It was like 10 grand. I'm like, and he gave me his business card and it was punched. It was a metal card that had been punched with his name and everything. And I'm like, so what do you exactly do? He's like, I started a company with some buddies in Denver. We make dog toys, and we're the largest dog toy producing company that sells to Petco. Wow. And he did this massive party with me. And I had the suit on, and I was like the whole time kind of like, is there a possible way to like say, oh my gosh, look, a dinosaur, and like rip the tie off? But I still think today, I wear a black shirt, black and white striped tie. I have for years, and it's a uniform. I wear it at Christmas. I wear it in the summer. I wear it in the winter. It doesn't matter. And when people say to me it's a casual affair, I always say, that's awesome. But I'm just showing you guys respect as my couple in how I am attired, and I don't think it'll upset anybody there. And they kind of get it. And I'd love to see the comments on this once this video is posted in August as to what people feel casual it means.
Sure. There's a middle ground too. There's like the polo shirt with the khakis and dress shoes. You don't have to go straight to flip flops and Jimmy Buffett tie-dye parrot shirts.
Now it's funny you say that. Real fast. Sorry how to hijack, but real fast. I did a wedding about 9 years ago, and the groom said, "What do you wear to the wedding?" And I'm like, or actually about 13 years ago, because it was still black on black on black. I'm like, black tie, black shirt, black pants, black shoes. He goes, is it possible for you to wear khakis and a Hawaiian shirt? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So I show up, and they start walking in at an exclusive golf course in Rancho Santa Fe, California, which is one of the richest communities in the country. And it's one after another: tuxedo, black dress, tuxedo, ball gown. And they're all in the room, and I am panicked. I'm on the phone to my wife going, hey, where are you? I'm at home. Hey, get my black shirt, black tie, black pants. You may need to come down here. I'm waiting for the groom to show up or the parents. The mother walks in, walks right over. She goes, are you Jay? I said, yes. I said, she's like, I'm Teresa. I'm John's mother. I'm like, oh, so nice to meet you. I go, I really have to ask, though. She goes, did he tell you to wear this? I said, he did. And I'm really concerned because everyone is dressed so well and I feel so underdressed that it's almost disrespectful. And she goes, oh, no, that's how he dresses. John only wears Hawaiian and khakis. Are you wearing flip-flops? I'm like, no, Doc Martin. She goes, yeah, no, I'm surprised he didn't tell you to wear flip-flops. That's his uniform. Oh, okay. So the bus shows up with the wedding party. He jumps off and gives me the biggest hug. He's like, man, I knew I could count on you. He's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. They're from Long Beach, California. The wedding runs till 10, and then the last hour at 11, they bring out push trays of Old English 800 40s. And he had said from 10 to 11, could you just play like Snoop and Dre and that stuff? And that's what I did. And he got the wedding he wanted, tip, review, the whole deal. But, sometimes you have to listen to the client, even when it takes you out of your comfort zone.
Now, did he dress like that for his
No,
own
he
wedding?
had a tuxedo. He was in a tux. He was the groom, and she was in a white dress.
Oh, so
but he
you were
wanted
the-
me. I was the,
Oh.
I'm going to live through the DJ.
Right. You represented his vibe.
Because I want my vibe to
okay.
be represented. And
I
he
get
knew no
you.
one else
Yeah.
would do it. Because
You were the decoration for the night.
Because he said to the venue, like, hey, what do the waiters wear? What do the waiters and waitresses wear? Can they wear Hawaiian shirts and khakis? And they're like, no, we wear black on black. So I was the sacrificial lamb of, well, Jay's cool. He'll do what I ask him. But even his mother was like, yep, this is so John. I'm so glad you're supporting it. Like, they were happy. And I'm like,
Sure.
what the F? Like, I look like an idiot at this wedding. Everyone is dressed in black.
Like we want to be able to find the DJ at any minute during the night.
you could
Oh,
find
there
him.
he is. There he is.
Yeah, it was a great wedding. And even the last hour, I'm like, wait a second, you guys are lawyers. Like, one's an assistant DA, one's like a prosecutor. I'm like, all of a sudden it just went all like crazy LBC in the house, and they just had so much fun. But that's who they are. So
that's formal with a casual element. But I think Howie's casual is a different vibe of casual.
I think it is. So I'm interested to see where Howie's taken us on the casual.
On his journey here.
I'm just thinking casual in my area on the East Coast, which is New York metropolitan area, would be, no tie, but at least some sort of dress pants and a coat. But then certain areas, you tell them casual, T-shirts and jeans, were cutoffs. And I was just very, I guess you have to be specific when you ask questions. What do you mean by casual?
Yeah, that attire doesn't really float unless you're at like an outdoor 100 degrees summer event in someone's backyard and they're having a 18th birthday or something like that. Then it's just dress comfortable. Wear a white polo so you don't sweat to death. Light colors.
Yeah.
Actually, my summer events, I do dress casual for picnics or reunions. The afternoon type pool parties, of course. But a wedding, I'm gonna stick with the collared shirt and a jacket.
I tell people all that follow the host and hostess.
Right.
If the host is in a suit and the hostess is in a dress, when you show up as a guest, the most casual wedding attire for me as a guest would be a shirt and tie and a pair of slacks. Now,
that's what I would think.
Well, and when I got married in 2000, there was probably 5 people I invited, guy-wise, that I called ahead of time and said, hey, man, do me a favor. Don't feel obligated to go buy a suit. A shirt and tie and khakis or black pants or whatever will be fine. Because I knew damn well, had I not given them the heads up, they would have been like, whoa, we're in San Diego down in the water, man. Let's just get, some board shorts and flip. And I'm like, no, because I was bringing the East Coast people in. And in 2000, East Coast people, regardless of weather, if you're at a wedding, you're being respectful. And I think,
right.
And again, I just turned 39 the other day. Thank you.
Again,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I still have that mentality of, why is everyone underdressed? And it happened, every wedding you get a few people that you just look at and go, did you not understand the word wedding? Like, did you think, like, but I guess I'm man enough to admit I
is
might
this
be
a
wrong.
wedding or a town council meeting?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Are you protesting the gas hike, or are you
Right.
here to like celebrate this couple's joining?
Right. I usually bring a couple of changes of wardrobe anyway. Like I'll show up in the shorts and the t-shirt to set everything up, get it all wired.
Right.
Then I'll take a little
Yeah.
break. I've got a pullover with the 2 buttons and a collar. I've got the dress shirt with the tie and a bag. It depends, whatever the day throws at you. If midway through the ties are coming off, people are getting comfortable. You're not going to unbutton a dress shirt all the way down, but you may hop into a pullover if it's a little more.
Well, I must admit, I've taken my tie off a few times, but I have never tied my tie as a bandana around my head.
Well, that's a sign you weren't that drunk then.
That's true.
And yell cowabunga and jump into the fruit punch bowl.
No, what I like is when I get one of the groomsmen early in the night, and if you need a warning sign, kids who've not gone through the process, let me give you one. When a groomsman says, "Do you have the Hawaii 5-0 theme song?"
Oh no.
What he's saying is, at some point tonight, the groom and groomsmen will be in their boxer shorts, shirtless, tie around the head, sitting on the dance floor doing the thing for the credits. Like pretending that they're like rowing in on a wave. So you've been warned.
You're like, hey man, this is not the place for your regatta here tonight.
Like why?
Charles River.
Yeah. Hey man, anyway, you can play Dirty Water later because we got a thing we do every year with Sully.
Yeah, right after Hawaii 5-0. We'll drop that. It'll be a nice double shot.
We get y'all squared.
Well, there are certain songs that that when you play them for whatever reason at certain colleges, the guys will drop their pants.
Wow, what gigs have you been doing?
I'm like, holy!
I'm just like, I got nothing. I got UFOs in my ceiling. I don't have.
No, well, the first time that happened, which was 2 years ago, it's like, okay, what's up with that? And they go, oh, it's a frat thing. And whenever that song is played, all the guys drop their pants. And I'm like, well, thanks for the heads up. Like I never would have played that song at the wedding.
Was this, William and Mary? What call it? Vassar?
They always tell you after the fact, after the event. Oh, if you just hadn't played that one.
Sorry.
Would have gone a whole different direction.
I guess I didn't ask enough questions.
Yeah. John, you're at Provincetown University. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And, and it's like Alice. You guys know the song Alice?
The Smokey song.
Yes, that one.
They're living next door to Alice with the hidden uncharted lyrics that magically show up like Moni Moni has a chorus. It's not in print anywhere, but everybody knows it.
Everyone knows. Hey, everybody get.
You know what goes there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was something I had to watch in the 90s and early 2000s. But granted, I haven't played Moni Moni in an event in probably 10 years. But I wonder if today they would know to yell out.
Right.
The thing we had a couple years ago.
When you pull the fader down, right? Yeah.
Right.
One person just yells it near the courtroom and everyone's going to look at him like, what is wrong with this guy?
What's wrong with you?
We never do that.
Big.
What was the not Mo Better. What was the Mo song couple years back? It's like a black and white video. And it's all like swears through it. And I was
Mo Bamba, right? Or something like that.
Mo Bamba. I was getting that like every kid under 12 was like, you have Mo Bamba? I'm like, no.
Yeah. No.
They have the edited one. It's called an instrumental.
Yeah, exactly. So you can scream even louder.
You know what it'll take, Jay? Somebody will do a TikTok video, some kid, and then we'll have to play it again for a 5-minute time.
I think dressing casual as a professional throws you into a position where, are you representing your business in the right manner? in much
Right.
the same way
Exactly.
as playing certain songs. I have a bride coming up in April who has already reached out to me and said, by the way, we're really concerned about some songs and the language, period. I text her back and I said, hey,
No problem.
I completely understand. As I told you, I only play edited versions of songs, and that's radio edited. I don't even give people the opportunity to get into a track that's clean, that there's obviously dirty lyrics, and this might get me some hate. So be it. I take a lot of pride in admitting, and John, you've probably played it because I know you've done some bar gigs, but I haven't since the track came out. I've really only done weddings and private gigs. I have never played WAP.
Never here.
Not
Same,
the
never.
version, not the dirty version. Oh, okay, good. But it's one of those things that we're at your wedding. I know your drunk bridesmaid who needs to hear Bustin' Up by Eazy-E after her fourth shot of Crown and Coke really is on fire because you guys did karaoke and TJ to this, which I never buy, but it's like, you know.
Yeah. She used to do karaoke for that Akinelli song back in 2000 that we don't talk about either.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are aspects of our job where we need to speak above sometimes the event or the client and reassure them that not only do we have their best interest in mind, but our approach and our appearance might be different from everyone else's because we're not trying to blend in. There is a point where you need to recognize, well, no one has a tie on, but that guy, he must be important.
Right.
The captain, the owner, the manager.
The person of authority. Yeah.
Good.
Person in control. Yes.
Right. So for the rest of the night, I know. So even if somebody comes to me with hey man, it's a casual beach event, I totally understand that. But I'm presenting a package. So me wearing a shirt and tie on the beach, to me, makes total sense. Because I'm not there to be the steel drummer guy. I'm there to be, someone may look at me and say, wow, my daughter's getting married at the Ritz-Carlton next year. Can I see the guy in ripped jeans, with a weird Hawaiian shirt doing her wedding? That wouldn't fit for my wedding. But the guy in the shirt and tie who's doing a great job playing that music, this guy's a professional. And I just write it off to, it's a uniform. So
Sure. And every performance, like you say, it's an audition because you never know who's watching and you never know when the phone's going to ring from someone who saw you do it right.
And I guarantee you, if you keep consistent, my black and white striped tie with the black shirt, black pants, black shoes, I've probably done 10 events where someone's come up and said, you look so familiar. I'm like, oh, I do? You DJ'd a friend of mine's wedding. I know you did because I remember the tie. I remember
Or I've seen you on social media.
Right,
whatever.
something. And I think there's a look that you need to inherently continue. You know? And I think
I would rather be the guy that they go, where's the DJ? Oh, he's the one with the tie on, instead of, oh, he's the one with the board shorts and the Hawaiian shirt.
Right. I take my lead. I know Brian, who's not with us tonight, but Brian is huge on comedians. It's all about the comedians, it's all about the timing, take your lead. I take my lead, believe it or not, a lot from wrestling. And what I mean by that is I noticed over time being a fan of watching wrestling because I do enjoy it. Way back to the Haystack Calhoun days and Tony Gurria. Not as much this time because I don't know all the players, but picture the 90s wrestling. There was a consistency of character week after week after month after month after year after year. Like, you saw John Cena come out or The Undertaker or someone else, and their hair and their look and their shape and their outfits, you knew. A silhouette would tell you who they were. I think there's something to be said for that as a DJ, to have that appearance that, oh, that's the guy. And I know there's a
snap into a Slim Jim.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Howie.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got a Slim Jim. I'll tell you right now.
Randy. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Hey, guys. Thank you so much.
Look, I got a rope. Who am I?
And hey,
Ultimate
we're going to be doing a double header because Jay will be doing a show tomorrow, and and he will not be able to make it back in time for the live one. So we're going to do a backup recording. We'll take a 5-minute break, and then we'll do we'll put a show in the can for Jade for tomorrow night.
Thank you.
So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you when August. You said, Jay, we'll see you folks in August.
And I just talked to Izzy, my agent. He said look to early November. So we'll see.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
No worries.
Good night, all.
Good night.